The atmospheric river event here in British Columbia continues on Sunday morning after well over 200 millimeters of rain.
A powerful atmospheric river that struck southern British Columbia in October left a trail of destruction, causing more than $110 million in insured damage. Jason Clark, the Insurance Bureau of Canada's National Director of Climate Change Advocacy, notes that the actual financial toll of the storm is likely much higher than that.
$110 million is for insured losses alone. So that doesn't take into account losses in public infrastructure, losses from productivity or lost work. It doesn't take into account the impact on families or on individual household pocketbooks.
Including the 10% of Canadians who can't access flood insurance. That's about 300,000 BC residents.
These folks don't necessarily have access to residential home insurance at a adequate, available, or affordable level. And that is because those at highest risk, it's not a question of if those households will flood, it's when and how bad they will be and the frequency of which those events will occur.
The BC storm is part of a worrying trend of climate-driven disasters in Canada. Insured losses from severe weather now routinely exceed $3 billion annually. Clark says there's a national flood plan in the works that would help those most vulnerable to flooding access insurance, with the help of the federal, provincial, and territorial governments.
The goal here really is to provide that protection and close that insurance gap.
Clark insists that providing a government-backed insurance plan would save money and time in the aftermath of a disaster.
When an event occurs, when a disaster occurs, when a flood event occurs, they don't have to wait until the triggers that happen at the provincial or territorial level and then at the federal level to assess this as a disaster and then have the trickle-down funds, which can take months or even years to help households rebuild.
The Insurance Bureau of Canada has been working closely with government policymakers and are hopeful that a national plan will be rolled out in the next fall budget. In the meantime, homeowners will soon be able to access a national flood portal, which will allow them to see the level of risk a house might have.